おはようございます。それではね、本日も L.A. のある朝活、むちゃくちゃ早朝ですけどやっていこうと思います。まあ若干寒くて手が冷たい。6ヶ月後手が冷たいけど、まあこのくらいだったらプレイングに支障は出ないでしょう。赤い口紅殺人事件、ザ・レッド・リップスティック・マーダー。なんかかっこいいな。字面だけ見るとかっこいい。ちょっとストーリーが結構気になるんで FF やったりエルデンやったりいろいろしてましたけど、うわうわ
All right, gentlemen, take your seats.
即死じゃないの。
Let's get this over before lunch. Clyde Rose of the homicide squad has decided to take early retirement. We will all miss Floyd and the steely edge he brought to his police work. The department has arranged a wee drink at the Galway Arms to quench the mighty thirst a man gets from 25 years of police work. Floyd's departure leaves a place at the top table, and the chief has seen fit to promote Cole Phelps from burglary to the homicide desk. Stand up, Phelps. Take a cheer. You're in the major leagues now, Sonny. Rusty Galloway, a fine lawman of the old school, will be taking you under his wing. Your first case is the murder of a woman found last night and bearing all the signs of the werewolf. Get out to the scene, lads.
Werewolf?担当課の事件をクリアするとフリーパトロールができるロスをパトロールして次々と起こる路上犯罪を解決する。担当課ごとに新たな犯罪が起こる。OK。
Do you have the address?
相棒が変わった。
Been all over KGPL. It's off Temple Street, in Belmont and Glendale.
Did you read about the woman who stabbed her husband and then pushed him in front of the car?
よし、さっさと行っちゃいますか。ちょっと準備運動がてら運転しますよ。よいしょ。
What happened to Rose?
Parker wants the chief's job. Word is it's either going to be him or Thad Green. So they're both clearing the decks.
So where does that leave you, Galloway?
Leaves me saddled with a chump like you, Phelps. I didn't ask for you, and I don't want you, so keep it to yourself. See if you can learn something about seeing how a real cop operates.
What did he mean by the werewolf?
Medallia.
Dahlia.
The Daily News came out calling him the werewolf killer. The Examiner came up with the Black Dahlia.
やっぱりブラックダリア
Any
なんだ。
closer to catching him?
Not a chance. 6 months and hundreds of guys running down leads, and we got nothing.
You don't think this has anything to do with it?
No, I don't. 90% of murders are domestic, Phelps. Some guy gets into a beef with his wife, he takes it too far. This will be the same. But cutting someone in half and leaving them off the sidewalk, that's a one-off.
Why so many women this year?
Because of the war. You should know that. Guy gets to kill people every day in combat. Comes home, he's expected to take lip from his wife. What do you think's going to happen?
It's that simple.
Like I said, most of the time it is.
なるほどね。ちょっとブラックダリア事件なんだっけ。すげえ有名な事件なのは知ってんだけど、ちょっとうろ覚えだから後で調べるか。とりあえず字幕見るタイムは終わったから。いや、やっぱり会話があるときはあれだな、字幕見なきゃいけないから運転に支障が出るな。 なぜ進まないんだい？字幕見ながら運転するの大変だから素直に相棒に任せた方が良さそうだな。
Okay, at the next corner, go right.
そうだね、私どっか右折するタイミング失ったね、完全に。
So wait for the next turning and go right.
大通りで行きたいな。あ、着いた着いた。よいしょ。こっちかな？ここら辺だな。
Crime scene is just up the dirt road, detective.
オッケー。結構入り込むんだね。
How about a scoop for the examiner, Galloway? You could use some good press.
Another tramp, another message. Is the werewolf back in business, boys?
Do you have a mother, asshole? A sister? How about showing some respect for this poor woman? Let us do our job, and Detective Galloway will give you a
その
statement
通りだと
later.
思う。
He's good, Rusty. He even sounds genuine.
That's Phelps, guys. The war hero. Defending the honor of murdered humps.
You're used to it, Phelps. Move it along, guys. You got your pictures, you got your headlines. Now scram.
ガチで最低やな。殺された被害者女性のことを尻軽女みたいな風に呼ぶなんてマジで最低だよ。被害者がどんな人やったとしても
Yes, sir.
マスコミはそう言ったらダメだよ。
Kids park
David,
here. They use it like a lover's lane. It's a working neighborhood. Some trouble, but nothing like this. It's known locally as the morgue.
もう
You were first on the scene?
Yes, detective.
No one's disturbed the body.
No, sir. We cleared out them vulture reporters so Pinker and the coroner could work. They're waiting to talk to you.
Go house to house and see what you come up with.
私このゲームしてて思うけどさ、いつもなんか発見した人とか実際にこう現場で動き回ってくれてるこの巡査の人たちもちゃんと役割としては大きいよな。一番最初に現場に急行してくれる人たちだし。
The victim's bag?
中身少ないな、女性にしては。
Looks brand new. Can't be the one used on the body.
リップスティック。ブラシ。すごい目の細かいブラシだな。どっち？
Looks like some kind of puzzle or parlor game.
地球だな。よいしょ。あ、違う、ここじゃない。こうだ。で、上が違うんだ。そもそも。カチッって言ったら、あ、違う。動かさないで。カチッって言ったら正解だから、オッケーオッケーオッケー。うん。え？ちょっと待って。
The Bomba Club. Why steal a table
ちょっ
lighter?
と待って。ブルさん？あれ？この人配信してない？配信終わったん？おかしくない？え？ちょっと待って。 わってる。まだ掃除してるのかと思った。すいません、なんか配信終わったばっかりなのに遊びに来てくれてありがとうございます。ちょっとストーリーが気になったので早く続きやりたくて、ちょっと早めですけどやっちゃってます。ど早朝ですけど日本は。
What can you tell me about the shoe prints?
Men's size 8s.
サイズ
Tinker
8。
lifted impressions for me to compare back at the lab.
サイズ8って何センチぐらいだろう。男の人だから海外サイズで27、8センチぐらい分からんけど、ここ調べた。お、これは関係なさそうやな。関係ない。関係ないね。待って、ここからずるーっと来てるな。
Cause of death?
Could be the head injuries.
うわ、
He has been badly stalked. The cuts look superficial. I'll know for sure in an hour.
す
What
ごい。
caused the blunt force injury to the face?
Could be anything from a
えぐれてる
baseball
よ。
bat to a lug wrench. I'll have more details after the autopsy.
すごいえぐれてる、こめかみのところから。こっち。
What about this wound on the finger?
Something removed. A ring, most likely. I
指
assume it
輪
was taken post-mortem.
指輪を無理やり外された後。右手は問題ない。ちょっと待ってよ。左手の中指か。中指だったわ。薬指だったらなんか既婚かなとかってなるけど。クソくらい BD。
Interesting.
ファッキューって書いてあるな。You って書いてあるな。今首傾けてるわ。首傾けて見てるわ。
What does the writing on the victim mean?
BD. Like
ブラックダリア。
text.
なるほど。
Your guess is as good as mine. Could be something to it, or it could be the killer's trying to throw you off the scent. Either way, I'll run tests on the lipstick.
Any idea of the time of death?
From the temperature, I'd say after midnight. I'll confirm with
深
you
夜
later.
0時過ぎ。
Can we get to the bomba? A man could die of thirst from a case like this.
え、おい、お前ハンクかよ。お前ハンクかよ。28箇所の刺し傷だろう。だぞう。だろうじゃない。だぞう。それはコナーね。ハンクじゃなくて。音楽鳴ってないけど。なんか話すことある？ない。ひょっ。こいつ何してんの？何これ？ナイフ？
Not sure this means much.
え、本当に？本当に意味ないの？まあ結婚は確かについてないけどさ。他なんかこうやってみんなが調べてるところ調べていけば何かしらありそう。
Doesn't give me anything to go on.
これはただのゴミか。ちょっと心を入れ替えてね。丁寧にやっていこうって決めたから。 丁寧さが丁寧さが
Never the same, are they?
もっと心を込めて一つ一つの事件に向き合わんと、刑事たるもの。大丈夫そうね。いやでもなんか BGM 鳴ってるんだよな。ちょっと何か見落としてる？まだ。ここも見たでしょ。この刑事さんの動き見るか。なんかメモってる。このパズル何なんだろう。さっきこの変な地球のパズルやったけど、これ何なんだろうな。なんか覚えとこう。まあ、無駄にパズルやらせるわけでもないしね。これは違うと。まあ言っても良さそうだな。いやまだだろ。いやでもな。なんだ、どこで鳴ってる？この血の跡反応しないんだよね。この車事件はここだけとは限らんのかな。事件というか現場はここ囲まれた場所だけとは限らんよね。知らんけど、とりあえず行ってみるか。ここタイヤ痕残ってるよね。まあ行くか。なんかロケーションあるかな。バンバクラブに行こうと。被害者が通っていたバーね。行きますか。
Can you drive to this one?
The werewolf? For my money, a copycat.
We can't rule it out. We need to work the evidence.
You'd love that, wouldn't you? A big head to hang on your wall. The caller of the decade. You've been working evidence on BD case for 6 months and got nicks.
There's a difference.
Oh, yeah?
I just started working it today.
Okay, hotshot. What's more likely? The werewolf comes back around, leaving us unknown in a corpse?
He clearly has a thing for power. Power over women. Why not power over the police department as well?
Let me finish, Phelps. A guy opens his mouth again after 6 months of stewing. Or some opportunist who's been reading about the BD figures, he'll rip off the MO and get himself a freebie.
That's not totally fantastical.
You know, the Examiner and the Daily News might be good at coming up with monikers, but they're terrible for police work. There's a reason we didn't get the son of a bitch after the short murder. It was them, locusts.
Where do you think the werewolf killer is now?
Dead by his own hand, stationed somewhere else with the armed forces. San Quentin, another town, another country, who knows? So, Phillips, I understand you want to turn this into a big case, but it doesn't work like that, all right? A case will come and find you. Can't make it something it ain't, understand?
So you don't think the werewolf has continued to operate in the Los Angeles area?
No chance. We would have found him.
なるほどね。 バンバクラブ午前10時22分。よいしょ。
Gentlemen, what can I get you?
Phelps and Galloway, LAPD. Were you working here last night?
Yes. How can I help, officer?
You can start with your name.
Garrett Mason.
You're the regular bartender on nights?
I'm a temporary barman. I work for an agency. I fill in at bars across town.
Do you remember a woman who came in here last night? 5'7", about 110 pounds, blonde hair, about 40 years of age.
You mean Celine Henry?
Celine Henry.
Yes. Do you know anything about her?
I don't. But the owner, Mr. McCall, serves her most nights. Would you like to speak to him?
I would.
He sits at the back of the club. Wears a hibiscus. You can't miss him. Is there anything else?
Fire away, Phelps. I'll stay here. I'm a little parched. Pour me 3 fingers of rye.
こいつ仕事中に酒飲みやがって。
You ought to meet Joe's buddy. He's nice.
Really.
Detective Phelps, LAPD. We're investigating the murder of Celine Henry. You know her?
Celine?
結構長いこと配信してたよね。
Sure, I know her.
まあ
She
まあ
and
まあ、
I and Jacob, her
睡
husband,
眠
we go way
BGM
back.
とい
She
うか
was here last night?
Sure, she's a regular.
睡眠
Celine
ラジオ
is,
的な感じで
was
流していただければ。被害者といた人物。
Was Mrs. Henry here with anyone last night?
not at first. Celine already had quite a head start.
But she attracted attention?
Certainly. A few gentlemen became very enamored with her and her stories.
井上話。
One guy in particular.
こういう時ってさ、信用する疑うとかの話じゃなくて、その男はっていうふうに聞きたいんだけどな。その男を疑うっていう意味で疑うのかな。こういう時難しいんだよな。信用するだったらふんふんそれでっていう感じになるのかな。
You know him?
No. He's been in a couple of times.
Did they leave together?
Yes. At around 11.
お、ナンバープレート
If
控え
it
てあるよ。
helps, I made the guy's license plate.
よく
I
控
think
えて
this
た
could be
な
a。great help, sir. Thank you.
2B8899 R2、R1、丸、丸、L3 で銃口を向けるです。今の話の脈絡っていうか、話の流れで銃口を向けるやつがおるかい。蛮族すぎるんよ、ブルースさん。被害者から盗まれた指輪。
Mrs. Henry appeared to be missing a ring, torn from her finger, but not her wedding finger.
うんうん。
Celine always wore a red garnet ring on the large side. Larger than life, like Celine herself.
Did she have it a long time?
Sure.
なんで怒ってるの？
Flying days.
Did her husband buy it for her?
おる
No,
や。
it was before Jacob.
え？じゃあやってみようか、じゃあ。
Was it valuable? Could it be motive for her murder?
Who could say these days? I think it had more sentimental than monetary value.
あ、罰か。うん。
You know the husband?
Sure, I know Jacob. He was in the Corps. He met Celine on a furlough and married her when the war was finished. He put up with a load of shit.
Do you think he killed his wife?
No. No, not in my opinion.
So if it wasn't Jacob, then you probably let her out of here with the guy who killed her. How do you feel about that?
Stow the attitude, will ya?
あ、ダメだ。
Tried to get onto Jacob. I rang him up. Asked him to come pick her up like usual. But he refused.
Oh.
And she picked some night to push him over the edge. I rang him back around 11:30, but got no answer.
Thanks,
チェ
Mr.
ックつい
Cole.
た。
You've been a big
よか
help.
った怒られ
One
た
more
から
thing.
ダメかと思っ
Would you
た
have
よ
an address for Celine?
142 North Union Avenue.
142番
God
地。
knows I had to send her home in enough cabs to remember that.
イワンコフさん掃除サボってましたね。案の定というかコフさんとさブルースさんの
You ought to meet Joe's
視点
buddy. He's
ちょろちょろ
nice.
見てたんだけど、もうコフさん全然何もしてなかったよマジで。
Let's get out of here.
What time do you get off wooden tables?
Hey, what's the hurry? My stool was just starting to warm up nicely.
お前職務中に酒を飲むな。マジでコフさん何もしてなかったよ。
Operator, message
掃
for
除してます
KGPL
ってコメント打ったもんだって。
Phelps, badge 1247.
絶対なんか眠かったんじゃ
I
な
need
い
a registered owner on a license plate, 2boy8899.
Yes, Detective.
眠かったか
Contact the DMV. Shall I relay the details via KGPL?
単純に
Thanks, man.
サボってたか絶対そうでしょ。眠くなくても大して掃除せんでしょまあ確かにね。コフさんそういうとこあるもんな。あれ車、あったあったあった、車どこだと思ったら。
You know the way. You can drive. You find the booze helps you get through a working day?
Sharpens my investigatory instincts, Phelps.
A smart lawyer might use that to throw out anything you collect today.
確かに。
Smart man might know it's unwise to stand between the patient and his medicine.
As long as you're not falling over, Rusty, I'll let it slide.
That's mighty kind of you. No, you picked the wrong job if a healthy thirst offends you, Cole.
We owe it to this city to do the best we can in this position. As homicide detectives, that responsibility is all the more serious.
Always the politician.
It's not political, it's practical. Maybe the men combing Hollywood Boulevard after the Elizabeth Short murder were more interested in sniffing out booze than the clues that would have led to her killer.
Yeah, well, if only you'd been there, choir boy. Betty Short would be alive, the Japs would have spared Pearl Harbor, our ancestors wouldn't have tasted the forbidden fruit.
Minor syntactical error, Detective Galloway. I never claimed to be able to prevent crimes. I only suggested a proficiency in solving them. Guess that's the drink slowing you down.
Oh my God, brother, oh brother. It's worse than I could ever have imagined.
それこっちのセリフだよ。じじい。ほんと仕事中に酒飲むなんてほんとなんかこの時代だからギリギリ見逃されてる感あるよ。こんにちは。こんにちは。誰かいますか？あれいない。相棒。相棒。待って。どうした？どうしたどうしたどうした？仕事中に飲んじゃいけないの？え？お酒飲んだらダメだよ。仕事中に。あ、開いてる。なるほど。君が開けてくれたのね。仕事中飲んじゃダメですよ。オキシドール。
Not much help.
消毒液か。マジ 待って。ネタで言ってんだよね。
Celine and Jacob are obviously having problems. It speaks to motive.
Crime scene evidence still weighs against it being the husband, but Jacob could give us something to go on. One of my exes drank like this, you'd be feeling the back of my hand.
Call in burglary and get technical services out here. I'll talk to the neighbors.
Don't take all day about it, Phelps. I'll get nasty when I'm thirsty.
汚な。掃除しいや。
Galloway, homicide, badge number 564. Requesting technical services for a suspected 459 at 142 North Union.
Burglar used the pry bar. Why did you kick the door in?
You think I'm gonna climb through a broken window in a $30 suit? You got another thing coming, Buster.
じゃあ割る必要ないやん。そもそも。よじ登らんのやったら窓割る必要ないやん。
Size 9s. Above average for a lady.
そうだね。さっきの靴よりもサイズ大きいぞ。なるほどね。じゃあブルースさんは飲みながら仕事をしていると。
I doubt it.
なんの、もう関係ないんだ。ここは見たでしょ。食卓は見た。ここなんかまだ音楽鳴ってんだよね。私の視点。あ、なんだここ。あ、新聞だ。出た。やめて、ちなちちゃん。やめてちょうだい。
Fires are cathartic. They allow you to confront your past.
You said the house would be empty.
Are you taking the medication?
イワンコフさん出てきてる。
You said the house would be empty. I heard them screaming.
Circumstances were unfortunate. My colleagues had made all the necessary arrangements.
You said the house would be empty.
コメ欄にイワンコフさんいないのに。
The deaths
もうイワンコ
were
フさんがおるわ。
unfortunate. But you have dealt with death before.
I want you to come to the clinic and we can deal with it.
You said the house would be empty. How can I find peace?
この医者と前女の人に薬を打ってたあの人は同一人物じゃないよね。多分。なんか薬中のクソ女めみたいな風に言われてたあの人。あ、なんかブルッときた。なんだこれ。
Probably nothing.
ゴーグル。てれれん。ああ、来たなマジで。
Circumstantial.
何これ。何これ。コンセントついてるけど。てれれん。あ、またブルブル。指輪ケース。中身はなし。
Tiffany.
ティファニー。
The rest of the stuff is junk. Might explain the missing ring.
いいねティファニー。ティファニーの指輪とかクソ高いはず。なんかもう定番ネタになりそう。ちなつちゃんやめてちょうだい。このセリフ
No good to me.
なんかさ、それイワンコフさんの声に似てるよねっていうネタやけど、なんか元々のセリフがクロックタワーゴーストヘッドっていうことを知る人はもう少なさそう。あ、てか分かる人はいなさそう。パッと分かる人がね。クロックタワーといえばシザーマンになっちゃうからな。ゴーストヘッドまでやってる人ってなかなかいないよ多分。そうだね、ちなっちゃんのおばあちゃんのセリフだもんねおばあちゃんだっけね、確か。すんごいさ、私の画面ではね、私の方では音楽が鳴ってるんだけど、音楽が鳴ってるから何か見落としてんだろうなと思ってすごい一生懸命調べてるんやけど、しかも配信から結構時間差あったからそうやね。だって私がさブルースさんの配信をこう見始めるよりも前にやってたよね、確かクロックタワーゴーストヘッドって。であえて配信アーカイブ残してるよみたいな風に言ってたから、私がブルースさんの配信にお邪魔するようになる前から、だいぶ前の話だと思う。あれはハロウィン配信だから時間差でネタ化されてる去年のハロウィンか。もう大丈夫なのかな、本当に大丈夫だよね。もう調べてるよね。もう大丈夫よね。何も調べるとこないよね。うわーうわー、もういいやろ、もう大丈夫やろ大概。あれあれ、閉められてる。閉められてる、閉じ込められた。ゆりさん本格的に来始めたの多分アルセウス前後。そうだね、アルセウス、ブルースさんのアルセウス配信ぐらいから本格的に来始めたの。そして私がブルースさんのポケモンに名前つけまくる流れがあってからのだもんね。おやおやおやおや。
Side window's been jimmied. Looks like somebody's creeped the joint.
細泥が入ったようだな。てれれーん。ロケーション設定と。よし、酒飲みじじい
We need
運
to
転
work
し
the
て。
home address again.
近くの聞き込みした方が良かったかな。
Okay, Phelps, we go in hard. You follow my lead.
銃撃戦になりそう。アルセウス懐かしいな。今となっては昔の話。
You Jacob Henry?
Yeah. Who's asking?
本当ね、なんかもうポケモンオープンワールドプロトタイプ。じゃあプロトタイプだね。
Celine?
Save the dramatics for RKO, pal. You got bigger problems.
プレイステーション。
What the hell are you talking about? You come in here, you tell me that Celine is...
Take a seat, Mr. Henry. We're gonna have a look around, then we'll talk.
Jesus, I'm sorry.
大丈夫よね。なんか調べるかな。
I get even the slightest hint that you're a flight risk,
pal. Optimistic, Cole.
飲み物をさ飲み込もうと思ったらさ、思ったより口に大量に飲み物が入ってきて、ちょっと飲み込むのに一苦労した。さっき。ふふふふふってなった。はっはっはっはっさっさっさっさっさっさっさ。楽しい。何これ。逆転裁判やん。なんかさ、逆転裁判のさ、蘇る逆転ってさ、完全に理解した。違う。完全に理解した。申し出に感謝する。妻を何とかしてほしい。口うるさい女房。なるほど。ちょっと待ってね。これ手がかりに入ってるな。パッパッパッパッパ。そう、さ、逆転裁判のさ、蘇る逆転ってさ、あれなんだよね。3DS とめちゃめちゃ相性良くて、今日本家2回聞けたよ。嘘。ニビーさんの完全に理解した。今なんかブルッときたな。本家。確かに。じゃあよく考えたら私がいつも聞いてるのは偽物の方なのか。偽物の完全に理解した教会の職員さんの方の完全に理解したを聞いてるのか。そう考えると。でもなんかニビーさんの声でめっちゃ再生余裕なんだよな。完全に理解した。靴のサイズは11。
Size 11s.
足でっか。フランチャイズですよ。偽物じゃなくて。あ、失礼いたしました。フランチャイズでしたが、これは大変失礼いたしました。そんな雇われ店長みたいなこと言わんでよ。うん、こんな感じ。だいぶ良さそうだと思うけど、他になんか調べてないところあるかな。多分大丈夫だよ。音楽止まったね。ではお話聞きますか。被害者の足取り。
So who could have killed Celine? Where did she go last night, Jacob?
A bar, I suppose. Look, I don't know.
疑うわ。
We get the impression that Celine liked to live the glamorous life. How did she end up with a hump like you,
なんで
Jacob?
お前みたいな男と。
Celine was one of the first woman pilots. She hung out with movie stars and royalty. But when she came back here broke and struggling, she married a mechanic. Put a roof over her head, food on the table.
それで十分じゃん。
Not glamorous, but the best I could do. I'm not ashamed about that.
いや恥ずかしがる必要ないと思うよ。普通に住む家があってご飯食べれて。しかし1問目は×。なんか昔さ、今は昔ビート・オブ・ブルースというものありけり。被害者との最後の接触。
When did you last see your wife, Mr. Henry?
なんだいなんだい。
Last night, I went to see her. We talked. Things got a little out of hand. I left.
モナーの逆転裁判のフラッシュゲームめっちゃ好きだった覚えがある。そんなんあるの？てかモナー自体懐かしいんやが。もうフラッシュゲームっていう響きすら懐かしいし、もうモナーっていう懐かしすぎるわ、モナー自体。あるんやそんな。もうね、フラッシュとかもあれでしょ、もうないでしょ。だって今超やってた。多分我々が中学校くらいの時にフラッシュ流行ったよね。もうちょっと前かな。いや中学校ぐらいの時だよね、私たちが。その時ぐらいに疑うわ。
And how are we meant to believe that, Jacob? It isn't looking good for you.
That nosy bitch from next door,
Nice,
Jane
nice,
Horgan.
nice, nice, nice.
She'll tell you I left. And what time.
しかし×。しかし×。自分は小中学くらいかな。あ、そうだね。多分ブルーサーの方がちょこっと私よりも 1,2 年くらい年下だと思うので、そうだね。そしたら小中学校ぐらいの時か。殺害の動機。多分ね、フラッシュがね流行りだしたのが私が中学校1年生ぐらいの時だったから、それこそ赤い部屋とかね、ああいう系のやつ。中学1年生ぐらいの時だったから、ほんとそれこそブルサが小学校高学年から中学校に上がるぐらいのあの間。
Why did you kill her, Jacob? Things will go better if you come clean about it.
That's a lousy thing to say. I never gave up on my wife.
ゴクってやったな今。疑うわ。
You went to her house, you fought, you beat her, she left, and then you followed her.
I left first. She tried to batter me with a frying
フ
pan.
ライパンで殴られそうになった。
Had to slap her down.
Understandable.
×ねえ、やばい。
So you can prove that you came back here after
戦
you
隊
left
ヒ
your
ーロー
wife's
の格
place.
闘ゲームあったよね。あ、
I came back here. I was here
な
all
ん
night.
かそんなんあった
I
わ
work。at 6:30. Not the going out type.
いや、ちょっとボロボロボロになりそう。
Did a neighbor see you? Did you talk to anyone? You need an alibi, Jacob.
I don't have one. I was here. I listened to Amos and Andy on the radio, and then I went to bed.
尋問の腕は相変わらずでニコニコしてる。
We can get this all down on paper, Jacob.
あのさ、人がさ、へっぽこになったりポンコツになったりするとニコニコの機嫌よくなるのやべえや
It
マ
was
ジ
a
で。
loss of the tramp, and you just couldn't stand it anymore.
Shut your goddamn mouth.
So now you're gonna tell me you loved her? Ah, the DA goes all gooey over remorse, Jacob.
おお、職務執行妨害ですぞ。
You're not.
なんかかわいそうな気がかわいそうな気がするんだよ。なんかまあいいんだけど。おっとポンポンポン。結構入った今。危ない危ない、遊びよう場合じゃないって。遊びよう場合じゃないって。
Call it in and get a squad car dispatched. And check for messages. I'll keep old Slugger here company.
お前酒でベロベロやからそうやって殴られるんちゃうんかい。マジでふざけんなよじじい。
Operator, give me dispatch.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
じじい
I
に
need a
厳
patrol
しいゆり
unit
さ
to
ん。
transport a suspect back to Central.
Certainly, Detective. You have a message from the coroner. Do you wish to be put through?
Yes, ma'am.
いやでもね
It's Phelps.
I've completed the autopsy. Several wounds
結構
to the
デトロイ
head
ト・ビ
from
カム・
a
ヒューマンの
blunt
ハンクとかめっちゃ好きなん
Closest
よな
match would be
言
a
うて。
socket wrench handle.
So the cause of death was the blunt.
No, the blows to the head surprisingly were not fatal. Death was from
うわ
hemorrhage and shock from the fractured ribs and multiple injuries caused by the stomping.
じゃあ苦しみながら亡くなったのか。
Some kind of sex fiend. The tissues of the anus were bruised about 1/8 of an inch, but no trace of semen in the anus, vagina, or stomach.
Thanks,
あら
Doc. Operator, give me R&I. Any word on an owner for that vehicle? License was 2boy8899.
Yes, Detective. The plate belongs to a brown 1936 Pontiac. Registered owner is
そうそうそう。
one
ハンクも職務中に
Alonzo
酒飲んでたんや
Mendez,
け
2
ど
South Fremont Street, apartment 16.
Thanks.
Uh,
Any other messages?
One, Detective. From Captain Donnelly. He wants any and all suspects returned to Central. Interviews to be set up immediately.
Got it. We're coming in.
ラブスター。いやねなんて言えばいいんやろな。このおじさんはさ、なんかさ、奥さんに手あげそう。なんか DV しそう、このおじちゃん。
You're behind the wheel.
And where exactly are we going?
ありがとうありがとうおじいちゃんありがとう。私そういえばさちょっと待って運転して運転してありがとうじゃないわ。なんかしれっと後ついてきよったわこいつ。
Brother said she took a real pounding.
このおじ
Maybe
さん
if
は
he
ね
had
なん
been a little
か
firmer in the beginning, wouldn't be in this situation now.
女性にすぐ手あげ
I
そう。
imagine that Neanderthal routine is a big hit with the ladies, Galloway.
Women love me, Phelps. I have no complexity. They know exactly what they're gonna get.
でもハンクは多分殴らない。女性型のアンドロイドを撃つなとかって言ってたから。でもこのおじさんなんかすぐに容疑者をこう煽ったりするの絶対良くない。メンデスが16号室。やっぱりすぐ手挙げる人は男女に限らず嫌だよね。4階か。私ラブコメ漫画とかでさすぐに男の人にこう手挙げるさラブヒナのヒロインみたいな女の子もあんま好きじゃないんだよな。 イワンコフさんダメじゃん。うわ、イワンコフさん最低。イワンコフさん最低だ。女性にすぐ手あげるやん。
Don't bother knocking, just kick the door in.
蹴破れ。ドーン。
Take a look around and see what you can find.
ガサ入れてみるか。イワンコフさんそんな女の人に手あげる人なんだ。なんてこった。しかもロリコン。国外追放されただけある。恐ろしすぎるやろあの男。じゃあイワンコフさんは、
This isn't what we're looking for.
ロリコン DV 国外追放。他になんかまだ不名誉な点あるかな。ロリコン DV 国外追放。母国に帰るために配信でお金集めてるっていう設定だったんやなよね最初。そんな設定やったんかい。
This doesn't pertain to the case.
俺が知った時はそういう設定が書いてあったんよ、ツイッチの概要欄に。大嘘つきやん。
Consistent with Celine's injuries, and the blood can be typed.
お前普通に働きおるやんけ。大嘘つきやん。あ、
Carruthers could match the color and brand of the body.
使用済みの口紅。ロシア人なのももちろん設定。
They have the murder weapon. We better get Pinker down here.
Why keep it? Why not throw it away?
Think these clowns are geniuses? Thank your stars you caught a break. Captain Donald will begin to like you.
Hey, what gives? LAPD, you're under arrest.
あ、チェイス
Do
始まっ
not
ちゃう。
lose that son of a bitch. I'll go get our wheels.
おっとっとっとっと。
Mendez, stop right there!
なんか妙な生き方しちゃった。明日仕事なんですよねとか普通に言ってる。言ってるよね。笑う。そうだね。お前日本に住んどるやんけ。よいしょ。でんでんでんでん。あ、これはまずいのでは。
Get in and drive.
あいよ。あ、そうなんですよ。なんかね、多分ブロードキャストの設定なのか、ブロードキャストとゲームの設定両方なのかちょっとわかんないんだけど、あれなんだよね。BGM を自動的で、あ、間違えた。これ絶対私失敗する。チェイスこっちで合ってるんだ。もうわかんない。向こうだ。足音とセリフしか聞こえないからクソしゃる。確かにそうかもしれん。これ普通に威嚇射撃で止めていいのかな。
God damn it, get after him, Cole.
あ、でも間に合った。いたいきなりやらかしてる。ちゃんとやって私。どっち行く？
Cole, spin him out.
うわっ、
I got an idea.
危ない危ない危ない。
Get him next to my window, Cole. Keep me alongside his vehicle, and I'll stop the son of a bitch.
あ、オッケーオッケー。
Hit it. Clean this asshole off the road. Keep it steady, and I'll try to bust his tires.
どっち行く？向こうだよ。よかった、まっすぐで。普通に追いつけそう、これなら。搭載してるエンジンが違え。どいて。おお、よく通ったな今、私今。なかなかのハンドルさばき。
You're under arrest for the murder of Celine Henry. Put your hands where I can see them.
よいしょ。
I ain't saying a goddamn thing.
出た。俺は何も喋らないぞ。今なんかすごい不名誉なコメントがね、ちらっと。
You did a grand job, lads. Phelps, that's quite a way to acquit yourself in your first outing as a homicide investigator. It seems the city has a new and vengeful guardian.
本当に?
Considering the evidence against your suspect and the thoroughness with which a report was
こんな
compiled,
単
I
純な
foresee
話?
a safe passage through the courts, and the DA agrees with me. Brutality on
まあ
a scale
殺人家に
such
行
as
って
this
1個目の
deserves
事件だから
execution.
威嚇射撃で息の根止めていいのかな。なんかすごい不名誉なんだよな。なんか。またお酒飲んでるよ。見て、正解した質問7分の2ってひどくない？なんで容疑者を確保はしたが、ジェイコブは中央警察署の拘置所だね。判決を待っている。あのさ、いつも分かんなくなる。どっちだっけってならん。留置所と拘置所ってなんだっけってならん。ちょっと名誉ありありよ。あ、本当？あ、そうか、そうだよね。蛮族のブルースさんの基準だったら全然名誉ありありだよね。よいしょ。よし。まあ。尋問はまあ。なんかこれ歌とかも流れてないのかな。今のシーンとかも無音なのかな。金の蝶。ゴーン。すごい。一発でいったよ、一発で。
Galloway. Got it, Skipper.
なんだい？
Yeah, I'll bring him.
なんだい？
He's my partner, after all.
一応だと。仲良くしようよ。
What have we got?
New case. White female dumped in plain sight in the grass at the end of Hill Street. Hacks are all over it. Captain's trying to fend them off.
That sounds awfully similar.
The first rule of police work is make no assumptions until you've seen the evidence. Skipper
あ、
wants
や
you
っ
to
ぱり
have the
連続
newspaper.
殺人の線あるんじゃない？
I think I know the place where they.
ちょっとさ、私あれ気になるんだよな。 ブラックダリアってなんだっけ。ブラックダリア事件。めっちゃ前にさ映画見たけどすごい内容忘れちゃってる。ブラックダリア事件は20世紀のアメリカ犯罪史上最もセンセーショナルな未解決事件の一つである。1947年1月15日の午前10時半、ロサンゼルスの空き地を通りかかった主婦が発見した女性の死体は胴体が2つに切断されていた。はあ、なるほど。それはセンセーショナルだね。その主婦の人絶対トラウマになるよね。エリザベス・ショートという女性がカリフォルニア州ロサンゼルス近辺のレイマートパークで遺体となって発見された。ショートの遺体は腰の部分で両断されるという痛ましい状態だった。この惨状から事件は非常に話題となり、ショートは死後にブラックダリアという呼び名で知られるようになった。そうなんだ。死因暴行による脳内出血。職業ウェイトレス。そうなんだ。なるほど、未解決事件か。あ、ちょうどそうだね。1947年の1月からだから、この L.A. ノワールと時代はかぶっているということか。なるほどね。オッケーオッケー。思い出した思い出した。そういえばそんな事件だったわ。なんだっけ、割と最近ではないか。結構前の映画でブラックダリアってジョシュ・ハートネットが出てたやつだったかな、見たの。なんかブラックダリアが題材になってる作品はなんか結構多そうだけど、多分私が見たのはジョシュ・ハートネットだったと思う。ごめん、うろ覚えで違ってたらごめんやけど。多分ジョシュ・ハートネットが出てた気がする。
You did a decent job on the Henry case, Phelps. Not bad for your first time at bat.
Thanks, Rusty.
But don't go getting ahead of yourself. That's one clearance under your belt. Now it's a new day with a new dead lady that needs our attention.
And no assumptions until we see the evidence, right?
Right. See, I knew you were a fast learner, Phelps.
お、お前とはうまくやれそうだ。ギャロウェイ、お前職務中にお酒さえ飲まんどけばいいんやけどな。
Now, boys, you know as much as I do. I'll be holding a press conference once the autopsy's been completed. I have two of my finest investigators on the case, fresh from bringing down the sword of justice on the crazed sex
Captain, aren't there similarities between this murder and the murder of Celine Henry and of Elizabeth Short for that matter? So you don't believe there's a crazed sex
これでエリザベス・ショートって名前よかった。ちゃんと調べてよかった今。進む前に。エリザベス・ショートって誰ってなるところやったわ。
How can any killer continue to be that? Be advised. We keep the gas chamber at San Quentin primed for the sons of Cain who continue to believe they can take a life in the city of angels.
Yeah, right. Any new leads in the Dahlia case?
Run along, boys, and let these officers get to work.
進展はって言ってるけど未解決事件なんだよな。
What do we have, Captain?
Another woman sacrificed. Speak to Carruthers. I want daily reports, gentlemen.
これまた似たような現場だな。
I was first on scene.
All these people are vultures, officer.
You find her, Gonzalez?
Not me. A family out for a stroll. I was first reporting.
Can you show me the body?
It's under the pepper tree, this way.
Okay. This way. Born this way.
Can't be
待
much
って、
help
Born
to you,
This Way っ
Phelps.
ていう曲を思い出そうとしてもどうしてもポーカーフェイスが出てくる。
Here she is.
わー、これまた凄惨な。
The stomping angle in the Henry case, was it reported in the press?
Sure was. Every detail a copycat would want was there in the story.
What? なんか死体の状態すごい似てない？また指輪。
What's this mark? Cut on a finger.
Fourth finger, left hand. A wedding or engagement ring. Violently removed.
え、同一犯じゃん。いやでもまあまあまあまあ。縛られたような跡がある。
It does at first, but that would leave a mark on her other wrist too. I think her watch might have been torn off.
なんか金品を奪うことが目的じゃなければ、
Look at your mark. It's very
distinctive.
うわ、
I'll do some comparisons back at the lab and get back to you.
金品を奪うことが目的じゃなかったら連続殺人犯が取っていくといえば、まあいわゆるトロフィーみたいなものだよね。踏みつけた跡がある。これ前の被害者の女性も踏みつけられてたよね、確か。
Similar remote.
To what? The Dahlia? I don't think so.
Celine Henry.
That's a closed case. This is probably another sad sack who lost his temper with a broad who wouldn't put out.
Are you a suspect, Rusty?
Watch your mouth. All I'm saying is we got enough to do without reopening closed cases.
Talk me through it now.
Severely battered, on display. Footprints would indicate that
す
she
ごい
has been
今カウンターパンチだったけど。
Size of the footprints would seem to indicate a smallish men's shoe. What size
小
shoe
さ
did
い
Mendez
男
wear?
物。
You finished?
No, I'm not. At a glance, I would say strangulation was the cause of death. I'll need to do further tests for semen.
考察か。
Angry boyfriend. If they were married, they'd be at home. Not humping out here in Lover's Lane.
なるほど。あ、またハンドバッグがある。
If the motive was robbery, why not take the money?
うん、そうだよね。アクセサリー取ってる割には現金は取ってないってことは、やっぱり殺した女性のアクセサリーをなんかトロフィーみたいな感じで取ってるのかな。 PTA。
Well, we have a name. Can you run Deirdre Muller by RNI?
Back in a second.
この2点だけかな。うん、OK。さあ、練り歩きタイム。
Detective, RNI says that Deirdre Mahler of 130 North Bonnie Brae was reported missing this morning by her husband, Hugo Mahler.
失踪届は出してると。
Let's grab the husband, take him downtown, and work him over. We could have this wrapped up by lunchtime.
What about not making assumptions and going on the evidence?
その通りやと思うわ。ほんとその通りです。ここ何もない。何もない。何もない。何もない。こんなもんかな。ハンドバッグ見た。遺体の確認はした。この瓶も特に調べられない。これはなんだ。特にこれも調べられない。まあこんな感じかな。 きますか。こいつ何してんだ。仕事してねえな。サボってやがんな。よし。はいポー。
Any ideas?
We have her ID and an address. Someone at home might be able to tell us something more about her.
うんうん。そうだね。さあじゃあモラーの住居に行こう。
You know the way. You can drive.
There still might be some playing the boyfriend angle.
I thought we were on our way to lock up the husband.
If he doesn't work out, that is.
Deirdre Muller has suffered enough. More than enough. You shouldn't make disparaging comments about her without even the slightest inkling of what she was like.
She was a woman, wasn't she? No, around about my third divorce, I realized women might not be the pure angels you imagine. You're married, ain't you, Phelps?
Don't make any insinuations about my wife.
Hey, she's a woman.
She's the mother of my children.
You're a father, Cole? But don't tell me your eye don't bend.
This conversation is over.
そう、ここ気になるんだよね。結構正義感強い主人公には見えるんだけど、なんかバックボーンが語られないというか、まあ過去の回想みたいなのは出るんだけど、妻がいるみたいな風には言うんだけど、家族については全然語られないんだよね。そこすごい気になってる。過去回想がちょいちょい入るっちゃ入るけど。
Phelps and Galloway, LAPD. Is your father home?
He'll be home soon. He's been out
子供。
looking for mommy.
What's your name, miss?
Michelle Eloise Mahler?
Can we come in?
I suppose so.
Thank you. Could you have a seat for me, Michelle?
旦那さんがいない。おい。
We're gonna have a look around.
He'll be back any moment. Just sit tight.
コップ。これは関係なさそう
Not
だけど。
everything here is going to be relevant.
Partner will explain everything when he gets back, okay? There's nothing to worry about.
料理してたのか。何これ？レモン。
I don't think so.
いやそれは関係ないやろな。てか気にならん、このキュウリさ、めちゃめちゃ中途半端に切って、そしてまた人参も中途半端なまま置いてあるってすごい気にな
Doesn't
る
tell
んだけ
me
ど。
anything.
うん。これかこれかの2点だね。じゃあ関係ないと。まあ料理してたんでしょうね、あの子は。ここの冷蔵庫のメモは読めない。なんか今震えた。あ、ここにメモがある。
It would take a smarter man than me to connect that.
なんて書いてある？ Don't forget マリーなんだろう、バースデー、誰のバースデー？マミー？まあ誰かの誕生日なんだろうな。ケーキ？お菓子？寝室見てみるか。バイオリン。くだらんことを言っていい？バイオリンでバイオレンスなんて。
Doesn't look like anything.
はい。はい。 凶器はもしかしてバイオリン？なんでバイオレンスバイオリンスなんつって、はあ悪影響出てるな。8
Work boots. Size 8s.
あ、くしゃみ出る。よいしょ。これってもしかしてドライヤー？昔のドライヤー？これもしかしてこれ何とかって言ってたんですよ、さっきも。これドライヤー？昔のすごい形してるけど。
Elgin wristwatch. Probably the same one snatched from her body.
なるほど。これは指輪ケースか。
No sign of a wedding ring.
奪われた時計と指輪。うんうん。まあこんな感じかな。よし、じゃあちょっとお話ししますか。
Is this about Mommy? Daddy is trying to find her. Please tell me she's okay.
I'm sorry to have to tell you this, Michelle, but your mother is dead.
あー、かわいそうに。
Do you think you could answer a few questions for us?
Try.
Some of your mother's jewelry was missing. Can you describe her things?
Ring, a watch. I never paid much attention to that stuff.
I know it's painful, Michelle. But this may be important. She wore a wedding ring?
Mommy chose it herself. A rose gold wedding band and a matching diamond and ruby engagement ring.
She wore a watch?
Yes, the yellow gold Elgin watch. Daddy bought it for her birthday.
仲が良さそうだけど。
It was kind of a makeup present.
When did you last see your mother?
Yesterday afternoon, I went to a dance at Belmont High. Mommy was supposed to pick me up, but she didn't show.
So what did you do then?
I was upset. Daddy came instead.
And did he come and get you?
Of course. Some boys offered me a ride home, but that's not the right thing to do.
So you were hanging around the school for quite a while. What happened with your father?
I don't know. I called and finally he answered. He came straight away then.
Your mom and dad are happily married?
What are you saying? Of course they are.
Your mom and dad never got angry with each other? They were happy?
Well, not like the movies. Not like you read about in books.
They weren't happy, were they, Michelle? Did your father ever hit your mother?
Just the once. She said she would leave him if he ever did it again. He bought her a brooch pin to make up for it. Mommy always wore her golden butterfly.
I know this is a tough time for you, Michelle, but you should really try and help the police.
Hey! What gives?
Daddy, the police
Go to your
are
room,
here.
please, Michelle. I'll talk to the police.
Daddy, Mommy is gone.
Go to your room, young lady. She's not even out of school. You can't come in here interrogating her like she's
Your
some
wife
kind
was
of...
found murdered this morning.
Found? What? But she only...
We have some questions that we would like to ask you.
Sure, yeah. Yeah, I'll do my best.
What size shoe do you wear, Mr. Mueller?
Why do you ask?
It's routine, sir. Simple process of elimination.
9s, I think.
You know anyone who wears a smallish men's shoe who had a major grudge against your wife? Is there something you would like to tell us, Hugo?
No, I do not. You finished making hints?
You phoned in a missing persons report this morning?
Yeah, that's right. My wife didn't come home last night. She left around...
反証するで
She left around 9:30. Michelle was out at dance. She called me to let me know that Deidre didn't turn up.
ちょっと待ってね。これで疑うべきだったか。うん。
Did your wife ever go out by herself? To bars, nightclubs?
No.
Hmm.
What are you suggesting? You suggesting my wife's loose? Now is not the time for you to be pushing me, mister.
Your daughter said you were having an argument.
We argued about who would pick up Michelle. I worked a full day. I wanted to come home, put my feet up.
ヒューゴ・ムラーのアリバイ。
So you were here all night. You stayed in while your wife went out to pick up your daughter?
Yes, that's correct.
Hmm. 疑うかな。
You got any way of confirming this story of yours?
You son of a bitch. You come here making all these accusations.
PM 被害者の足取り。
Your wife went to pick up Michelle?
Yes, that's right.
What happened, Hugo? You got any theories? Because we're starting to like you for this.
The car park by the school is kind of dark. Maybe somebody jumped her there. Did you try the parking lot?
Hmm.
Your wife was beaten and then strangled. In your case, you have no alibi and a history of violence towards your wife.
That's not true, god damn it.
I think you set this up, Hugo. I think you kicked up a fuss about staying home for an alibi. Then you followed your wife and murdered her.
You're out of your mind coming in here making accusations like that. Come out into the yard and I'll make you take that back, mister.
Getting hostile with us is a very bad idea, Hugo.
I'm no murderer.
Make some arrangements for your daughter, and then present yourself to Central Station for questioning.
You gotta be kidding me, Phelps. Put the cuffs on it.
This is an outrage. I didn't kill my wife.
Your daughter is in the next room, Mueller, so I'm giving you a break. Don't make me change my mind, and don't make me come looking for you.
We should go back in there and bust his ass.
One, we need to break his alibi. Check phone records, canvass the neighbors. Two, we have motive of domestic violence, which probably goes for half the men in L.A. Three, we have no evidence tying him to the crime scene.
Hello, detective.
Oh. Hey, hi.
Yes, ma'am.
I heard the terrible news over the radio.
And you can help us with our inquiries?
Yes, sir. They had a row last night. I heard Mrs. Mueller screaming.
Did you see Mrs. Mueller come home late last night at all?
No, not at all. I did see Mr. Mueller put something in the incinerator earlier this morning, though.
I told you he was our guy. Now let's get this bum downtown and into a cell.
Look, there he is now.
Kola!
Step away from the incinerator. Don't let him get away.
Okay, but no shooting. We need this guy to make the case.
はい。銃は使うなと。ちょ。飛び越えてくれるかなと思った。私が間違いやった。うわー。あ、やっぱりこれ反証で。びっくりした。反証で見なきゃいけなかったんだこれ。突きつけなきゃ。
This doesn't look good, Hugo.
I can explain the blood.
Get him booked in at Central, officer. Then put him in an interview room. We'll be speaking with him later. And inform the captain.
Yes, sir, detective.
Is there someone you can call, miss?
I don't want home and
You need somewhere to stay, Michelle. You have other family? Grandparents? Aunts or uncle?
call Aunt Helen, but she lives in Bakersfield and
Call her. We're gonna get someone down here from Juvenile Hall to talk to you in the meantime.
We ought to get some uniforms down here, clean up, take care of the kid.
電話。あそこだ。
Galloway, Homicide Division, badge number 564.
Go ahead, Detective Unit.
Did we get Ray Pinker
Phelps,
and a
badge
technical services
1247.
team to a house at 130 North Bonnie
How
Bray
can I
Street?
help, Detective?
Send someone down.
I need
from
an address
Juvenile
on a
Hall to look
Belmont
after a
High
young
School.
lady.
Checking for you, Detective. Belmont High, 1575 West 2nd Street.
Thanks.
What the heck?
How's that just been paid
Galloway,
look about it?
Homicide Division, badge number
Oh, wait.
564.
Go ahead, Detective Unit.
Did we get Ray Pinker and a technical services team to a house at 130 North Bonnie Bray Street? Send someone down from Juvenile Hall to look after a young lady.
Roger, 11K. Inform Detective Phelps that the coroner has a report waiting. Police morgue downtown when he's available.
Got it, KGPL.
You're behind the wheel.
Fine. Where are we headed?
Can you drive to this one?
I'm surprised, you know. I didn't make the husband for it.
Always make the husband, Phelps. 9 times out of 10, it's the closest person to the Vic who does the deed. God knows I wanted to kill some wives in my day.
Lex parsimoniae.
What?
The law of parsimony. Occam's razor. The simplest explanation is most likely the correct one.
You know, you could have said that without getting all liturgical on it.
I'll try to dumb things down from now on.
Appreciate it. And try this one on for size. Rusty's razor.
How's that go?
You blame the guy that's banging her.
Ah, of course. The famous Lex ignoramus.
Closes cases, Cole. Puts a lot of people away, that one.
なんかウケるなこいつら。 よし。
Phelps, Rusty, thanks for coming.
Can you blood type the shoes that we bagged and see if they're a match?
Sure. It'll all be in the report, but I'm assuming you want the details now?
Please. Cause of death is strangulation?
Correct. Take a look at the samples on the bench.
Oh. Hmm. 違うな。こんな照合の仕方ある？
What are the normal uses for that kind of rope?
On boats, mooring lines.
Correct. Although Ray says that they're sometimes used as bell ropes in churches.
なるほど。
So are we looking for a sailor or a minister?
Well, in my experience, sailors seem to have the greater libido.
Was Mrs. Muller criminally attacked?
No external or internal traces of semen.
Thanks, Mal. Anything else comes up, you let us know.
Yeah.
We've got to nail this guy.
まあ、こんなもんか。うん、サイズ8だもんな。
The shoe prints?
Size 8s. Very similar to the impressions from the Henry case.
Now, who do we remember got caught in bloody size 8s? I think we have our bird. Okay, if you're finished jawing, we need to get moving.
電話マーク出てるな。あ、電話する用事あったっけ？うん、まあまあまあまあまあ行きますか。素直に。ロケーションベルモント高校。いや、そんななんか逆に
You know the way. You can drive.
逆にそんな単純な話でもないような気がするけどな。
11K, go ahead.
11K, see the janitor. A green 1946 coupe registered to a Mrs. Hugo Moeller has been found in the parking lot adjoining the Belmont High School and playing fields. 11K, code 2.
11K en route. Step on it.
もっと急げって自分が運転してんだよな今。ちょっと寒くなってきたからエアコンつけようか。
This is the car?
Yes, sir, Detective.
Have you looked it over?
Superficially. I was told to wait for you guys.
Thanks. We'll take it from here. What time did you see the person park the car?
Late last night, after school social, maybe 1 a.m. We're keeping a good eye out lately. We've had problems with the child molester.
This was the same man?
I don't know, sir. I mean, I'd like to say yes, but truth is, it was pretty dark.
All right. Tell me about this man you've been having trouble with.
He hangs near the playground, tries to befriend the children. He was around here last night before the dance.
Is he violent?
Yes, sir, I would say so, yes. There's the son of a bitch now. Hey, you!
Go, Phelps. I'll take the car and see if
始ま
I
った
can
始ま
turn
っ
it
た。
off.
でんでんでんでん。 追いつけるかな。こっちだ。追いかけたら遮ってくれるかな。追いつけるかな。追いつけるかな。いけるか。いけたいけたいけた。オッケーオッケーオッケーオッケーオッケー。間に合った。間に合ったっていうか、どの道遮ってくれてたかな、相棒が。
Who's asking?
We can do this the easy way or the hard way.
Name's Eli Rooney.
You've been in trouble with the law before, Eli?
Some.
What are you doing around here?
I like to keep an eye on the children.
Strictly paternal, is it, Eli?
Don't sass me, boy.
A woman was abducted here last night, Eli, and murdered.
And I would love to make you for that, you Okie motherfucker.
Well, I wouldn't know nothing about that. A woman, you say? I like them a little younger than that.
Turn out your pockets, Eli.
Now, why would I do that?
Because I'm about to break your fucking skull, Eli.
You're under arrest, Eli. You are in very deep trouble.
被害者のだ。
Why bother with the paperwork, Eli? I'm gonna take out my gun and I'm gonna count to 5. Let's see how fast you can run now.
Hang on a goddamn minute. I found that thing in the parking lot.
Get some backup out here, Rusty. We need to get this one downtown and into a cell.
I'll tell them we got a kitty raper coming in. They can roll out the red carpet.
刑務所も子供が被害者の事件の犯人にはよく厳しいとは言うよね。刑務所に入っている人たちも。
Blood and skin samples. We better get Ray Pinker out here.
これ完全にあれだね。ロープと一致するね。
It's from a Chrysler. Could be important.
The overalls are stenciled HM. Muller is a mechanic. I wonder what Eli does for a living.
ところでさ、モラーのミスターの方ね、ミスターモラーさんってあれだよね。俳優さんだよね、フェイスモデル。よくね、海外ドラマで見る人だよ。ヒューゴ・モラー。この人よく海外ドラマで見るんだよ、この顔。なんだっけ、ヒーローズとかに出てたんだっけ。いや、ヒーローズじゃないな。なんだっけ。この俳優さん見たことあるんだよ。まあ次どこ行きますか。もうちょっと調べるか。調べるところあるかな。ないね。オッケーオッケーオッケー。お電話しますか。えっさほいさえっさほいさ。
Cole Phelps, badge 1247.
How can I help, Detective?
I need interrogation set up at Central for both suspects being held in the Mahler homicide case.
Certainly, Detective. I'll get in touch with the watch commander.
Thank you.
うん。OK。じゃあロケーションで中央警察署設定と。OK。
You're behind the wheel.
相棒に運転頼んだ
I
時
say
だ
we
よ
make
これは
Rooney for this. I think we should lay it on him. He was near the car, he had her jewelry, the DA will love him for it.
Even if he didn't do it?
Who cares whether he did it? You have kids, Phelps? He needs to be taken permanently out of harm's way.
And we let Mueller slide?
For a while. He gets a free pass for now.
尋問するか。
You better not go soft on me in here, Phelps.
We'll work the evidence, Rusty. Let him do the rest. Are they ready?
Moeller's in 2 and the pervert's in 1. Get in there and get a conviction.
Boys, you've really come through this time, haven't you?
Captain, we were on our way to interview Eli Rooney.
Yes, Phelps, I know. This particular fiend is an old
そうなんだ。
acquaintance. I have tried to reaffirm his belief in a wrathful and terrible God. Whichever way it goes, I'll be dealing
個
personally.
人的にやつと話すつもりだ。なんかありそうだな。警部が言うなんて。
You look like you've had it rough.
See me asking for your sympathy, boy?
投げられてる。
What size boot do you wear, Eli?
Kind of like anything I can get my hands on.
うん。
I'm wearing 11s.
You're maybe 5'5", 5'6" tops. And you wear size 11s? I don't think so, Eli.
That might be on the large side. Maybe 10s.
Maybe 8s.
Now that I come to think of it.
Why punish children with your iniquity, Eli?
Do you think I was never punished?
You must know what you're doing is evil.
まあそれをやられた人がやるんだろうな。
Nobody's perfect.
勤務先。
You down on your luck, Eli?
I've had worse. My family ate roadkill during the Dust Bowl.
But you have a job. A parolee has to have a job, correct?
I had me a job down in San Pedro. I'm looking for something new.
疑うわ。
This place you worked have a name?
Hennessy Marine. You can't misplace big yellow letters HM out front.
They give you any workwear, Eli?
Sure. Green coverall. Dang thing was hot. Felt like I was back in the pen wearing it.
お、今のところいいんじゃない？今のところいいんじゃない？
You ever tie up any of your victims, Eli?
It's not a nice thing to go calling them.
What would you call them?
I can't say. I learned a long time ago not to go talking about the things I like. Talking about it just seems to get people's dander up.
Answer the goddamn question, Rooney, before I brain you.
See what I mean? Short answer is yes.
You have any preference regarding rope, Eli?
I know a good rope from a bad rope, if that's what you mean. That's not what you mean, is it? Any old rope will do me fine.
ガチで気持ち悪いなこいつ。そうだな。ディアドレ・モラーの車のトランクから発見。 いやー、これむずいな。いやー、疑うけどな。一
Farm
旦ね。
boy like you, Eli, must prefer McGay for roping. Am I right?
I prefer braid. Tie hitch and braid. It stays tight.
ブレードロープの方がいい。なるほどね。
You killed Mrs. Moeller and stole her jewelry.
That ain't so. I ain't done nothing like that.
うん。うん。まあ疑うか。
You have no job and nowhere to live by the smell of things. And you need money. You've been in trouble before, Eli. Who do you think a jury will believe?
I've been in trouble for other things, but I ain't never killed no one.
うん、なるほど。でも人殺しはしな
I
い
saw
と。
that car coming to the parking lot late last night.
はいはい。
Man got changed there and then put his coveralls in the trunk.
うん。
I saw him drop the butterfly in the lamplight and he strolled out, cool as you like. And I went over and I picked it up.
おお。
You're as good as done, Mr. Rooney. All it will take now is some paperwork.
For my money, Hugo Moeller's our #1 suspect. The evidence is solid. I think it's time we hit him with it.
イライルに。まあまあまあまあ。インタビュールームに上かな。いや違うな。
That bum took a swipe at me. I put him down with my sap.
違うっぽい。
Something? Sam's taking me out of the
あいつにはなんか直接話があるんだみたいなことでも言ってたよな。一旦でも2人に話聞いてみたいよね。とりあえずね。あ、そこだ。あそこだね。あ、ここだ、ここ。
Here's where we stand, Hugo. Your next-door neighbor heard screaming coming from your house. You were burning your blood-stained shoes. You have no one who can confirm your whereabouts last night. Your daughter says you're a violent man. We have everything we need to send you to death row, and all you have to say for yourself is, I didn't do it.
I swear I didn't kill her. Give me that lie test. I can prove it.
Why did you burn your shoes, Hugo?
Because I knew you'd never believe me.
Believe what?
It's a rabbit's blood. A guy at work brought him in and I helped him skin them.
合ってるんだ、これで。ブレードロープの入手。
Do you know anything about ropes, Hugo?
As much as the next man? I was a scout. I learned some more in the army.
信用するか。
Do you know anything about braided ropes?
Some. They're mainly used for mooring lines, hawsers, you know, that kind of stuff. We don't have much use for them in the machine shop. We use chain hoists.
罰か。
Your wife was beaten with a tire iron, Hugo. An appropriate choice of tool for a mechanic.
I know nothing about any tire iron.
You're gonna die for this, Mueller. Better give me something if I'm gonna believe your story.
My conscience is clear. You can't badger me into admitting anything.
この人何なんだろう。
We found your wife's car. Someone parked it at the school late last night. Do you have anything to say about that?
It wasn't me.
Where do you keep your work clothes?
I keep them at work in my locker.
What color are your overalls?
Green. We all wear green. It's a company policy.
わかんないよ。あいつ告発するか。とりあえずロリコンの方。とりあえずロリコンの方告発するか。なんか警部補があいつと話したいみたいな風に言ってたのどうもくせえんだよな。
I think I've said about all I'm gonna say.
Eli Rooney, I'm charging you with the first-degree murder of Deirdre Muller.
You want to put me back in the stir that badly, boy? You go ahead and try. I'll beat that rat. I ain't a killer.
違うような気がするんだよな。でもな、旦那さんでもなさそうなんだよな。
Phelps, Galloway, congratulations are at hand.
とりあえ
Drink,
ず
boys?
とりあえず豚箱入れろ
I
み
think
たいな
you'll
感じだった
receive
も
a
んな。
commendation for this one, gentlemen. In the meantime, I'll speak to the DA about expediting the passage of the case. We need swift and merciless justice for poor Deirdre.
イーライ・ルーニーはドネリー警部や地方検事から歓迎されるだろう。なるほどね。ちょっとさ、ちょっとヒューゴ・モリーの役の俳優さん、多分元のさフェイスキャプチャーのいるんだよね。あの人何に出てたっけ。何のドラマ出てたんだっけ。なんかに出てたんだよね。アメリカのドラマ。なんか警察官の服着てたと思うんだけど。あれ何のドラマだったっけ。ちょっと太ってたんだよね。L.A. ノワール、 いやー出ないな。よし、とりあえずね、今日は2つ事件を解決したので、今回はここまでといたします。まあ、星4つではあるけど、相変わらず尋問は下手ですね。手がかりはね、12分の12という感じで、結構丁寧に進められてるかなとは思うんですけど、相変わらず尋問が下手。いやでもね、結構楽しく興味深い感じになってきて、やっぱ殺人家に昇進してから楽しいですね。よし、じゃあそういうわけでね、本日の焦点はお開きとさせていただきます。ビート・オブ・ブルースさん、あとその他ね、何人かまだ来てくださってますね。来てくださった方ありがとうございました。じゃあね、また朝活 L.A. ノワールやっていこうと思いますので、またの配信よろしくお願いいたします。お疲れ様でした。